Sunday morning service is over. Let your weekly service begin. Hey guys, welcome back to Live It Out. Here we are at the end of our series on anger. And we looked at the fact that Jesus had anger and we have anger and our angers are different. And we talked about the flow of anger, like where it comes from. It's our self-righteousness or it's the right way of God. And what do you do with it? There's these roots of anger as well, right? Pride and fear and trying to defend God or defending the faith. And today we talked about hidden anger. The hidden anger of just being critical and critical-minded and critical-spirited and cynical. And then we just get cranky about people and what they've done and who they are and they don't deserve it and they're always doing this and that. So today, for a Live It Out at the end of this series, and really I would ask you to go back, listen to the series or read through some of the notes that you took and say, what's the takeaway for you and what are you going to do about it? That's a great thing. But here's one specifically. Share stories of forgiveness. Stories in the Bible, you bet, where people were forgiven. So many wonderful things you can do with that. You can even look at King David, considered this great king who was an adulterer and set up one of his buddies to be murdered. Just what in the world? So many different kids, so many different wives, and God not only forgave him and loved him, but gave him an opportunity to help others see it and know it. But here's the one I'm talking about, your story. Where have you been forgiven? How did God forgive you? What did he forgive you of? How have other people forgiven you? And then maybe next, how have you forgiven people? How has God worked that story in you? Share stories of forgiveness with people. Ask them, hey, do you have a good story of forgiveness? Maybe it's their own, maybe it's somebody else's. But start that conversation with somebody and it'll help you to remember that you've been forgiven. Ephesians 4:32 says, be kind and compassionate, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you. All right, be strong and courageous and let it be contagious. I'll see you next week.